question is from GATE 2019, Mechanical Engineering paper, set 2, question number 35. The activities of a project, their duration and the precedence relationships are given in the table. For example, in a precedence relationship x less than yz means that x is the predecessor of activities y and z. The time to complete the activities along the critical path is dash weeks. So they have given some activities from A to I and their corresponding durations. They've also given the relationship between a prior activity and the activities next to those in form of precedence relationship. So let's start with drawing an activity on arrow network diagram. Because we are directly given the activities, we will prefer drawing activity on arrow diagram rather than activity on node diagram. Before drawing the network diagram, let's observe some important precedence relationships. So we can here see that A is before 3 activities, B, C and D. B also has 3 successive activities, E, F and G. So we have to carefully arrange these activities such that all the precedence relationships will be satisfied. We can concentrate here on I activity, which is the last activity, and before I activity there are 1, 2, 3, 4 activities. Immediate before I activity we have C, F, G and H. So keeping all this in mind, we will draw the network diagram. Let's start with activity A. Let this be C because after C we have to directly go to I. C and I has no other activity between them. So let's keep C on the extreme end, B in the between and D on this extreme end. After B we have 3 activities, E, F and G. Let this be activity E. After E we will also have to draw H. So let this be E, this be F. We will draw another activity G here. So this is G. Also we have to connect B and G. Before G we should have D. So we'll have to draw a dummy. There is no other way to connect both B and D to G. One of them we will have to connect with dummy activity. Then after E we have H. So we shall draw H here. Okay. So we have drawn A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Now only activity I is remaining and we need to connect all these activities to I. Activity F to this point. We can draw the last activity, activity I over here. So this is the start and this is the finish of the project. But one activity is yet to be connected. So we can either draw a dummy from here to here or we can directly connect it with a crossed arrow. See, in a network diagram, we connect activities so as to identify the individual paths, so as to identify the maximum number of paths that are there in the project. So we can use any type of arrow. Now just to check, we can see we have drawn all the A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. All activities are drawn. Let's check the precedence relationships. B, C, D are having A as the predecessor. E, F, G are having B as predecessor. I has C, that is correct. G is having D. Okay. H has E, correct. I has F, I has H, I has G, as well as I has C. So our network diagram complies to all these conditions and it is logically correct. Now we will identify the paths in this network diagram. Let's write down the list of all the possible paths in this network diagram. So we have first path is ACI. We will go from top to down. ACI. Then we have ABEHI. Next one we have ABFI. Next is ADGI. Next is ABGI, AB dummy and then GI. So just neglecting dummy, we can write GI because dummy is a zero duration activity. It is drawn just to show connectivity in a network diagram. So we will ignore dummy. The last path is ADGI. We have so far written all the possible paths with the activities involved on them. Now let's calculate the total duration required for every activity on each of these paths. So I have written the durations of all the activities in the brackets. So let's add the duration on individual paths. 5 plus 10, 15 plus 2, 17. This duration is in weeks, of course, as given. Then in the next path ABEHI, we have 5 plus 7, 12 plus 3, 15 plus 4, 19 plus 2, 21. On the next path we have ABFI, 5 plus 7, 12 plus 9, 21 plus 2, 23. Then we have ABGI, that is 5 plus 7, 12 plus 7, 19 plus 2, 21. Next we have ADGI, 5 plus 6, 11 plus 7, 18 plus 2, 20. So among these possible paths with their duration, the maximum duration is of the activities on the path ABFI. Hence this is the critical path, and the total time estimated to complete the activities on critical path is 23 weeks. So our answer here is option C, 23. To learn PERT and CPM in detail, you can refer to the NPTEL video lecture 52 PERT and CPM from the course Production and Operation Management by Professor Rajat Agrawal, IIT Roorkee. I hope you understood this explanation. Thank you.